What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father. At Amazon, Kindle, and CreateSpace. The link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I'll put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. But this video though, this video is entitled Don't Let BS Steal Your Joy. Listen, this is not a sermon, but life is short. And things are going to happen that are going to tick you off. And I just spoke about something like that. But don't let BS steal your happiness. Don't be upset every day. Don't be bitter every day. All right? Do something fun. Try something fun. Because the last thing you want to do is be angry your whole life about some shit and then die angry. Because, that means you wasted a lot of time. And I'm not saying you're going to be happy all the time, because life has its ups and downs, and you got to go through the whole range of human emotion. That's why we have all of the emotions we have. But find something that you're passionate about. Find something that makes you happy. Find something that makes you smile. Find something that you enjoy, and do that, and keep that close to you, and let it be a place of peace, a place of refuge from a turbulent world. I'm using school words, I know, but ultimately, don't let things in life steal your joy, because if you let that happen, what are you living for? And sometimes you might have to find something new to live for. You might have to find a new joy, a new passion, a new challenge. And sometimes that can be turbulent, because you might be in a bit of influx, looking for a new passion, something that makes you happy again, because you might have lost it, or something that you were in love with doing, you fell out of love with it, and now it just may be something that you do out of habit. Like, I'm a regimented person, so a lot of the things I do is just really out of habit, and I feel funny if I don't do them. I feel funny if at this particular point, if I don't try to work out every day. I feel funny if I don't go to work. I feel funny if I don't upload videos. I feel funny if I don't do my podcast, my other podcasts, because that's just a regimen. And to a degree, I like doing it. I like doing all my other hobbies too. But also, these are things that make me happy. And even doing this, sometimes I just say I might just stop, just abruptly, and just move on to something else. I never put that past me, because it's other things that I still haven't done that I'm supposed to be doing. And so I got to get to that too. But the thing about it is, you can't let things get in your head to the point where you can't have a free mind. I remember years ago, I got arrested, tickets, and went to jail. And I'm not gonna lie, being in that box with a bunch of people, that seems like forever. The lights on still, not the lights on all the time. The floor concrete, everything's concrete. You're just in a box with a bunch of personalities, and because the time seems like it takes forever, because there's no clocks, that you're not really doing nothing productive. I learned something even in that experience, that your body can be trapped, but you got to keep a free mind. And if you don't keep a free mind, that might drive you crazy. keep your imagination, keep your happiness, keep your joy, keep your brain occupied, and don't let things, don't focus on things that take you off of being productive. You know, an idle mind is the devil's workshop. So, you know, sometimes you got to look at things in a long-term sense. Like, how is this gonna affect the tomorrow that I'm trying to create? You know, and plus, it depends on what you're putting out in the world. Because if something steals your joy, it steals what you put out into the world, and that's that can be very damaging. You know, a lot of times people are gravitating to negativity, drama, shenanigans, because for some odd reason that makes them feel good. You know, gossip, drama, BS situations. You know, hoping somebody fails or is a hypocrite or is losing in life brings a smile to some people's face. But to a degree, that says something more about you than it does them at times, because you take pleasure out of people's pain. And if that's what brings you joy, that's a miserable joy to have, just in my personal opinion. Now, sometimes things are funny. Like, I'm not going to lie. I laugh at damn near anything. Everything is funny to me, even things that probably are inappropriate, because a part of me takes things very seriously, and another part of me takes absolutely nothing seriously. And sometimes, sometimes the timing of that shows up at the wrong time. Like, I might take something small so serious and something big so like, whatever. I don't give a shit, you know. And that's off-putting. But the thing about it is, ultimately, don't, learn how to compete. Learn how to mentally beat your anger or depression with your joy and your passion. You know, those things are gonna fight. You know, your dark side and your light side are gonna fight. You're gonna have a war within. That's just part of being a human being. Which side do you feed the most? You know, and sometimes you're feeding your light the most. Sometimes you're feeding your dark the most. Ironically, I'm not gonna front. I'm trying to keep a healthy balance to have both sides kind of be on 10 just in case. You know, maybe I'm hedging my bets. I don't know, but that's the thing. Like, personally, I believe you could use your anger or rage and channel it into something positive. And sometimes you could channel your happiness into something very negative. It's kind of funny. Like, I will write songs, and you can be in the happiest mood ever and write a somber song, or you can be completely pissed and write a lovely composure. And it's like, what it is sometimes you create the opposite of what you're feeling, because to a degree that opposite gives you space to create, because you're creating what isn't there at the moment, and you're using one energy to create the complete opposite energy. And this is why I say, don't let BS take your joy, because it might take your ability to create. It might take your ability to persevere. It might take your ability to be determined. It might take your ability to be functional. It might take your ability to be disciplined, So whatever goes on in your life, just do your best to be positive at the end of the day. You're going to go through ups and downs, but when it's all said and done, do your best to be positive. We out. Peace. And listen to Marvin Gaye, because he's classic.